Hi, Ben and Calvin. Here's a book for today, Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Was one of Matt's favorite, your dad's favorite, a lot of kids' favorites, Where the Wild Things Are. There are the wild things. I think that's Ben and Calvin. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and mischief of one kind. And there's Max doing some mischief. Mischief of some kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That's not how you talk to your mom. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Trees all around his bed. And the trees grew, and they grew. You can't even see his bed. And they grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Arr. Till Max said, "Be still," and he tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him the king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. And here the wild things are, making crazy noises and dances and following what Max tells them to do, because Max is the king of the wild things. And here they are, climbing along the trees, going from limb to limb, because Max is the king of the wild things and telling them what to do. And here they are marching with Max on top of one of the wild things, and like they're in a parade. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. That sounds familiar. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled some good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, "Grrr," gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved them all goodbye, and sailed back over a year, in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. And that is Where the Wild Things Are.